This week on Tom's Corner, we thought we'd give you an update on the eSight program and also talk about used CCTVs, and other things as well. Good morning to you, Tom. How are you?
Brian, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great as well.
Yeah.
The weather's been nice.
It has. It really has, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good time for folks to come out to road shows. We'll get to a little bit later. But how about that update on eSight?
Yeah, the eSight eyewear, or go to eSightEyewear.com, has been pretty interesting. We've had persons from all over the United States call and come by. We've had lots of people from the Midwest, Wisconsin and Michigan, Indiana. We have this last week we had a family come from Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah, because there really hasn't been a distribution center or way to get the product out to people. Mm-hmm. And it really does take about an hour and a half to really evaluate whether you're a candidate for this. It's not something you just put on and try. But they look like a pair of sunglasses, kind of a bulky pair of sunglasses with a camera, and it's mounted on a head-borne unit that also includes your prescription, so you can walk around with it. And they've recently upgraded the system, the camera, and the screens, OLED screens on the inside of the device. There still is a wire that runs down to a battery pack that you hold in your hand, or you can, they have a little pouch that you can either put it on your belt clip or you can wear it over your shoulder. Mm-hmm. And it allows you to zoom in 12 times the normal distances, and so people with 2200 vision can approximate very close to 20/20 and what it would be like. So we do the evaluations here as one of the only centers in the country, and it's done here and in our Glenview location. It's the Chicago Lighthouse Glenview, 222 Waukegan Road in Glenview. So we are just talking about that as something that people might want to come and just see if it works for you. And also during that time, we take the time to show people other technology. So if they've experienced vision loss and they haven't seen some of the new video magnifiers, the new portable video magnifiers, all the things that we show, mm-hmm. It's been pretty neat. We've had a lot of people recently interested in like the older products, like the Clear Reader, which reads out loud, takes a picture of the page and reads out loud. And that's been updated too. They have a lower cost version now. So there's all these things that are out there to help people. We just want people to know about it and so forth. So of course we do that at our road show. But speaking of Glenview...
Yes, what's happening there?
Yeah, tomorrow is a big day, actually, in Glenview. So if you don't know about this, it's called Art and Vision, and it's going to be at our Chicago Lighthouse North location, 222 Waukegan Road in Glenview. And the event goes from noon until 4 o'clock. The best time to arrive would be somewhere between 12 and 1, because at 1 o'clock there's going to be a lecture I'm really interested in hearing about. And because back in the day, before I lost my vision, I was an artist. I always got A's in art when I was in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I studied art and almost finished my bachelor's degree in art before I lost my vision. So I like art history, and I like to just read about artists. And Dr. James Raven at 1 o'clock will be discussing the eye diseases of very prominent artists through the years, and he has written a book called the Artist's Eye: Vision and the History of Art, which is really cool. And so we're going to learn lots about that. And during that time, there will be available during the afternoon both a silent auction and a regular auction to actually purchase some low, medium, and high-priced art right there at our Glenview location, with the proceeds helping the Chicago Lighthouse in Glenview. So we're looking forward to that. Also, one of our board members, Larry Brotman, who has that wonderful book called Chicago Unleashed, if you haven't seen it, where he juxtaposes animals in into scenes of Chicago. He'll be there with his book and signing his book that'll be available for purchase. But it should be a great day to just network and learn from each other and discuss art. If you're an art lover.
Yeah, so that's great. That's from 12 to 4, you said?
From 12 to 4. He'll be talking, Dr. Raven will be talking from 1 to 2. And then, as I mentioned, there'll be auctions and silent and live auctions for art purchases, and just a lot of fun, too.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to that, we also have the conference that you'll be appearing at in Milwaukee. That's coming up, right?
That's coming up Saturday, October 17th. It's called the Vision Connections Conference. Mm-hmm. It's $25 for the day. There will be speakers on eye research, macular degeneration, and diabetic retinopathy. What are some of the latest treatments and strategies for the future, which will be great. I'll be speaking about adjusting to vision loss and advocacy and what can be done for the future for all of us. There's a doctor and occupational therapist talking about low vision evaluations. Luke Scriven from our staff will be speaking on smartphones and apps for the visually impaired.
Yeah, he knows a lot about those.
Yeah, Luke is really good about those. Also, there will be somebody there talking about the eSight glasses, as well as the BrainPort device. And this is a device that has been FDA approved, that works for the mostly totally blind. And it involves a camera that looks like a little pair of sunglasses with a device that sends a signal to a device that you put on your tongue, and it vibrates. It's 10 times more sensitive than your fingertips if you put it right on your tongue, believe it or not. And it gives a totally blind person an additional information about, as they're walking, the edge of the sidewalk, or door frames or window frames, or large letters on a sign, where you can actually interpret with training how that whole device works, and that's something brand new. So they'll be talking about that. You can Google just Vision Connections Conference, and you'll get all the information there. It's October 17th in Milwaukee from 9 to 5 that day.
Yeah, and you'll get a chance to hear Tom talk, and also Luke. Now, folks, you should know that the 2015 Roadshow Tour is coming to an end. There's only 4 days left. And
we're going to be sprinting to the finish line, and then we won't see you guys until March if we're out on the road. So snow might be flying, so we're going to stay in for a little bit. But actually, Wednesday, October 14th, is our main township show. It's just from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. At the offices there, 1700 Ballard Road in Park Ridge. And that's a very popular conference, the old Maine Township. And I won't tell any Maine West jokes anymore this week.
Did you get in trouble from last week?
And Wednesday, October 21st, we will be in Mount Prospect.
Oh.
Mount Prospect, yeah. We used to call it Mount Plastic.
Yes, that's when you were young and carefree.
Exactly, and I didn't know,
Didn't know anything,
Yeah, right.
Now we're much more respectful.
So it's the Mount Prospect Public Library. They're excited to have us there, so we're looking forward to that. October 29th. In Palos Hills, the community center. That is an awesome location. We really like going to Palos Hills. And then we're going to end up in Des Plaines, which is my hometown, which will be November 10th at the Brookdale Center, right on the corner there, River Road and the railroad tracks, Northwest Highway.
Right.
And the Brookdale Retirement Center. So I guess I'm lecturing that day. I didn't realize that. They just told me that.
Okay.
But it's from 10 to 3. I'll give a lecture in the morning, and then it'll be open house. And these are free open to the public. Anybody can come and meet our staff and learn about all the devices, independent living aids, and technology, computer software, all the things that are out there to help people with macular degeneration, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy. So we're out there thanks to the Lions Clubs of Illinois who sponsor us. HumanWare has been a big sponsor of us. So this is all made available for you to come and not have to drive all the way to Chicago.
Right. And don't forget, tomorrow, the Art and Vision. It's an afternoon of Art and Vision.
Right.
Yeah, at the Glenview location, and that's from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's 222 Waukegan Road in Glenview, Chicago Lighthouse North.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, he's Tom Persky. I'm Brian Hawkins, and this is The Beacon.